Ego will have you out here telling yourself, oh, he gonna miss me when I'm gone. He gonna wish he never did me dirty. He ain't gonna never find nobody better than me.
I hate having females around that always expects a man to do something.
I don't care what you guys say, this is a subtle sign that he is and that you should immediately run.
There's a possibility that he'll find another woman who can love him like you or better than you.
By all means, if that's your lifestyle, do your thing. But me, I cannot be around that.
And he responds with only emojis, no words.
You just know that no matter who you meet and who you lose, who comes in or out of your life, you did what you could do as who you are, and not everybody belongs in your life.
I'm gonna get my hair and nails done. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm not waiting on no one.
Everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel, and we're gonna go ahead and just get it started today. So if you could hit the like button on this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. I am on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so every bit of your support would be very beneficial to me, and I would actually really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hey, how's it going? My name's Rat Boy. Let's get into it.
Fear of letting go because you're afraid you're never going to find anyone else is so real. Everyone goes through this. When you're going through a breakup, you're like, am I ever going to meet anyone else? We love each other so much. We spent so much time together. How am I ever going to find anyone better? Truth is, the only thing you need to focus on is taking care of yourself right now. Don't worry about trying to find someone else. Don't worry about if they're going to find someone else. Once you get over this fear and this fear of never finding anyone better, you will meet the person that is meant for you. You will meet your soulmate. Everything happens for a reason. The reason this didn't work out is so you could find your actual soulmate.
This is something else.
It's videos like this where I'm kind of on the fence, you know, because I do agree with one very small part of this video, but then she throws in this other stuff like soulmate and one and only and your twin flame. You've heard them say this stuff. You know, they think that there's one person out there and then you're gonna find them and it's gonna be the most magical thing ever. Hey, this is not okay. This is not okay. There was some major, I don't know where the disconnect happens, but I think it has to do with storybooks and princess and princes and finding your one, and there is so much delusion today with a lot of what women not only see on social media, but what they choose to repeat. The part of this clip that I can 100% agree with is after a breakup, and I've said this in the past, work on yourself. Okay, if you're a guy, get in the gym, hit the gym hard, get working on yourself. Okay, that's what you need to be concentrating on. And then once you get to a point to where you are, you know, basically satisfied with the direction you're going, then you got to level up. You got to level up something else. You know, there's always something to level up in your life, regardless of where you are in life. You know, hit the gym, improve yourself physically, then, you know, hit your career, have multiple streams of income. I've said this in the past, get multiple streams of income, however possible. You know, preferably something that do like a 9-to-5 job for one thing, get you a steady stream of income, something that you can build a career with, and then have you a side hustle. Get you a side hustle going. In any way, it doesn't have to be anything in specific. You know, specifically, I know a guy that, you know, he has his normal 9-to-5 job, and then on the side he does haircuts, something like that, and then that'll give you that sort of extra cash money that you can stack and you can save, and you can put that toward advancing your side business, whatever that might be. I know another guy who does pressure washing, bought in a pressure washer. He has his truck, and he goes around and he just does, you know, side gig, and it's just a little extra cash, a little extra money on the side. Always try to be thinking about income. You know, you always want to improve yourself financially. You always want to improve yourself physically. You want to get these two things taken care of, because that is what is going to bring you happiness in the future. And once you get those two things taken care of, you know, once you have the stress of those two things managed, then you are going to be a lot happier with yourself, and that is going to have certain women gravitate towards you. You'll actually possibly become, you know, be approached. So it's happening more and more, and there's no doubt in my mind that any guy that does this will drastically improve his life in every single way.
The thing that ever happened in that man's life was dating you. The highlight of his whole entire life was dating you. He got to date you. And I know we have to go around and say that we dated him, which is embarrassing, but I'm happy for him. Life highlight. The best thing that ever happened in that man's life was dating you.
You're in my house, Fatso, and you didn't ask permission. So you and your friends can leave now. where they can carry your fat ass out in a bucket.
Why is it always women that look like this that say like the craziest stuff? It's like you got the women that look like a pretty much, and they are saying some of the wildest stuff like that. Nobody's dated you. Nobody wants to date you. Okay, nobody wants to date you. They think so highly of themselves. You know, this is only a little 13-second clip, but this is the type of content that women get bombarded with on a daily basis. This is their little echo chamber. They're the princess. They're on the pedestal. They deserve it. They're number one. Everyone else is number at the bottom. It's all them. They're the main character, and it really doesn't matter how women look. Like, you know, back in the day, let's just go back a few decades. Women actually had to be attractive to have this kind of attitude, but this is what social media has done. Okay, you have women on this app that are just it's getting rough out there, fellas. I mean, this is insane. Okay, this woman is completely bitter. She's been chasing the chads. She's been chasing these top tier dudes that I'm gonna be honest with you, these top tier dudes will have no problem busting this down, you know, because it's easy, it's free. There's literally no, it's like fish in a barrel. It's fish in a barrel for these types of men because they can just send a text. They can send the 2 a.m. WYD text and she's pulling up in her Mazda Miata. So this is absolutely no issue. It inflates these women's egos so much. They think that they are God's gift to whatever. Okay. Nobody's dating this woman. Nobody has dated her, you know, honestly. The men that are within her league are not going to be attractive to her, so she is going for the chat, and she's getting pumped and dumped, and it's causing this type of delusional trauma that there's no coming back from. She could potentially be a good wife for some dude, but she is completely ruined. Take her to the dumpster. These women need to be taken out to the dumpster. They are no longer good for any man, and I am 100% behind the women who say they want to stay single. If you want to stay single, that's amazing. Please stay single. Okay, stay single. If it keeps good men away from women like this, then yeah, absolutely stay single.
He's right. You know that?
Okay, now me, you know what? I'm not dating. I'm not doing anything like that. So this is no issue for me, but this woman is going to be on the market soon, and she is going to try to hide all of this trauma. That's why I urge men to get their social media accounts, get their Facebooks, get their Twitters, get their TikToks, and you need to investigate. You need to watch the movies, watch the videos, read the text. You need to get all this information because you have no idea what you're about to get into.
Divorced men who are like in their 40s or 50s are real prime targets for women like myself in their 20s, let's say, who are approaching 30. They want children. Because these men who are divorced likely have children, so they know what responsibility is. And not just that, they're at a point in their life which is quite financially stable, and they don't want to fuck up another marriage, you know? They want to get married, they want the happy family, they want a stepmother for their kids, but their kids are grown up, so they actually want another family with a younger version and do it all again, but don't mess it up this time.
What? What the fuck? Stop it. Get some help.
No, you're wrong. You're completely wrong. She's saying she's 29. Yeah, you're
29 in 364 days.
This woman is well into her 30s, and she's saying look, these older men that have been divorced, that have been through the ringer, they're not looking for younger women to marry. They're not trying to get married. A lot of them aren't even trying to live with women. I think there's been an understanding where a lot of these guys are kind of looking back and they're not going to cohabitate with a woman. They're going to be living by themselves. They're going to be living alone. It's a lot better for these men when they're, you know, they have their own space and stuff. Men that have been divorced, especially several times, they've learned this lesson. You know, they've been divorced twice. They are content in where they are. They're content in where they're living. They're content in their life. Now, if a woman's gonna come along and spend some time with him, you know, give him, you know, keep him company, he's not gonna say no. But he's also not gonna be moving in with him either. So this is a kind of a brain dead take, honestly. I don't know if this woman knows what she's talking about. She's obviously super delusional. There is no guy trying to marry this woman. It's just not going to happen. And look, let me just make this clear. The men that are older that are trying to marry these women and make them wives, make them mothers and all this stuff, these are simps. Okay, these are these simps that are trying to grab onto any sort of to anything they can grab onto, and so they will settle for women like, you know, these women that are constantly stuck online. Because look, some of these guys, they don't know. Okay, now I know I'm in my 30s. But some of these guys, they're in their late 40s, 50s that these women are targeting. They know better. They're wise. They're wise to the game. Okay, they're not trying to get with you. They have no problem pumping and dumping you. I mean, let's be 100% real. These guys have no problem doing that. They're actually very good at doing that. You know, they have no issues with that whatsoever. The only issue is that sometimes these women will confuse the nighttime activities with actual, relationship intent. And that's not how it goes with these dudes. I think whenever you become older, and I've kind of felt this way too, even though I'm like in my 30s or whatever, I've kind of felt this way too, where you appreciate your freedom. You appreciate the silence. I've lived with women in the past, and it is a no for me. I have a no cohabitation rule. I will a lot of these women, it's like a threat. Some of these women will get online and they'll say, oh well, he ended alone. He was all alone at the end. It's like that. I mean, that might be me. That might be me. Who knows? But I've seen what it's like to live with a woman. I've done it, and it is its own special kind of hell. There is absolutely no reason why I would ever want to do that again. There's no benefit. It's all negatives if you're a self-respecting man. So, word to the wise. So, my advice would be to be very careful who you cohabitate with, because there is a lot of women out there that think just like the last woman in that clip. They are prepared to do whatever they can to try to be the wife to one of these older divorced men, and we all know where that goes. We all know what happens whenever the wife stops getting what she wants in a marriage. But that's going to be the end of today's video. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate that subscription. And I'll catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.